Well, and then also Bitcoin, which was always considered to be an anti kind of a safe haven of choice recently, and that's gone now below 20,000 for the first time in 5 years. The average buyer of Bitcoin is now underwater because most people bought Bitcoin. Last year, we came up with a statistic that 55% of the owners of Bitcoin had just bought it in the last year. Well, that was all above 20,000. So most people, the average buyer, is now underwater in Bitcoin. And I remember the days when it was under 1,000 a unit back in 2017. So very interesting development, right? And clearly the public is reacting to it. The president's poll numbers are now the worst of any American president in modern history, and going lower. Actually, seems like every day there's another poll, another report that comes out, and they're not being honest about some of the solutions. And in the background, from my connections in Congress, in the Senate, they're still trying to talk to Senator Joe Manchin, the Democrat from West Virginia, to try to get their buy-in for another spending package for Build Back Better. So most economists will come out and say that the overspending and the overstimulus is causing the inflation. So if you're actually looking for more spending, they must have decided they're not going to get inflation down, or maybe they can blame the Fed for the inflation. So the Fed's now trying to solve it by raising interest rates, but their solution is more money.
Ferrari has finally started to throw their hat into the electric vehicle ring. They promised a vehicle by 2025, and they're going to start looking at incorporating EV more into their cars as they move forward. So that'll be interesting. I mean, I think from a performance standpoint, like I had mentioned before, electric vehicles, because as soon as you put the pedal down, it's instantaneous power. And that's why the ridiculous numbers you get out of some of these Tesla cars that go from 0 to 60 in like 2 seconds. So it's going to be really cool, I think, and interesting to see what Ferrari does with it. The concepts are cool. And I think, like I said, that the EV from a standpoint of power and efficiency is definitely much greater than a general vehicle and a motor and the cylinders.
Revlon, the famous cosmetics company, is filing for bankruptcy. But now this morning, there's a possible buyout of Revlon. So it might end up being a brand in another large cosmetics company headquartered outside the U.S., unfortunately. The Elon Musk saga continues with Twitter. Elon met with the employees of Twitter, talked about how no longer are people going to work remote. Basically, get back into the office or give me your resignation. Is what he said. And so he's being real clear on that one. Then also talking about potential layoffs and efficiencies. So he's challenging all the Twitter employees to be more efficient in everything they do. And, certainly Elon Musk has been a great creator of value and a capitalist leader. So maybe he'll turn things around. Twitter hadn't made money in years.